Papi, we live. Let's see what game I'm gonna play this. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm getting black screen. All right, work. All right, yo, why am I a little slow? Nothing crazy. All right, multiplayer. Guess nobody's on. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do quick play. Buzz, what's going on? Why are you protesting? Bro, after that gingerbread stuff, bro, I'm done. I'm not watching Smackdown. Well, unless it, at least for today. I can't. I looked earlier, yo. No matches announced. I'm like, dude, I already know. I'm not gonna put myself through those 3 hours. But what's up, Bash? Just protesting Smackdown, yo. They don't get my eyes tonight. We'll rather do anything else. It's all understandable. Bro, see, Assassin understands. I can't watch that anymore, dude. The gingerbread stuff, I'm done, dude. I felt like my intelligence was insulted. I felt like creative jobs are gone. Now they're moving forward with AI. And the more these people eat it up, the more they're gonna do it. We got Miz interrupting Trick. Man, Miz trying to get into it with the gatekeeping stuff again. Yeah, just keep me updated, yo. The only match that's interesting is Melo and Ricky Saints. But other than that, what else is there left to a 3-hour show? Wait, is Lil Yachty with them? With each episode, it's always this. Dude, it ends the same. It's always the same. The only good show right now is probably Netflix Raw. And that's even an understatement. Right now, Trick Williams is out with another mascot, and Miz and Kit is out talking to Trick. Yeah, he is. Damn. So they're doing it. They ran out of ideas, and they're rehashing the gingerbread storyline, yo. See, I didn't make a mistake. See, I'd rather play some Halo for now. Why am I got that gun? Whee! To be fair, I can't even bother going to SmackDown in London. I'm just doing Raw, dude. I don't blame you, dude. Even though live is not a bad experience, but still, bro, I hear they're shoving commercials these days. But Raw is more worth it. Raw is 100% worth it. I got lucky with that one. Hey, Chi, what's up, Lily? No! Where is he? Damn, I got shot. Yeah, there's so much to watch. You can watch Raw, AAA, TNA, NXT. I could watch the ROH show card right now. Wait, ROH is on right now? Man, if I knew that, I would have done that. Wait, Super Card of Honor? Isn't that third Mania weekend? Did they move it? Damn, I got cooked. There's so much else you can watch in SmackDown. How are you? I'm doing well, Lily. I'm doing well. Just protesting SmackDown tonight. Got him. I gotta get out. Go over here. Go over here. Turns out Punk has been pulled from Raw London now. Raw London now, so I won't see him or Roman. Damn, bro. What happened? What happened, CM Punk? I thought you weren't gonna go anywhere, bro. You haven't been on TV for like 4 weeks. I'm not gonna take him on. I'm not gonna take him on. Screw that. Damn. Yeah, got him. Hi, what's up, Anthony? Why? The show's bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, Lily. SmackDown's pretty bad. And the gingerbread stuff kind of took me out. I'm like, I'm not wasting my time anymore. Yeah, I've been contemplating it for a minute. Fuck. Oh, man. Like, it's like what I said in the pipe bomb when I was talking to Cody. Do we really care about Kid Miz and any one of those the guys? We don't care about, and they just around. Yeah, facts. This is bad opening. We got Trick's mom in front of. Oh, bro. Oh yeah, they're in South Carolina. I forgot. What? See, I'm not missing anything. I'm over here entertained, playing my Halo. See? And people saying I was missing out. Come on, dude. Why'd that take forever? Damn, dude. What kind of opening is that? Did they announce anything else? I thought they would have started with Jacob. But I guess Jacob's suspended. Storyline-wise. Storyline. Damn, dude. They're coming over here. Rig it. Rig it. Oh, man. Alright, my teammate took him out. Oh, hell no. Dude, they're teaming up. Dude, that took forever, but I took him out, bro. He's the one that had the hammer. Oh, I gotta get, come on, get out. Get out. Move. Move. Alright, we still got the flag. Like, we don't care about Miz and Kit. Don't want to see Miz or Trick. Me either, bro. He's just a gatekeeper wrestler at this point. I mean, he does his job, I guess. But I got a feeling Danhausen is going to get involved. Oh, shit. Come on, guy. Dude, take him out. Take him out. I took him out. What? Oh, thank goodness. Dude, they're all teaming up. Dude, where is he coming? Where is that from? I asked him a parasite could see BTS. What'd they say? Are they getting the tickets for you, Lily? Dude.
Enemy flag returned.
Dude, I just got smoked, maybe. Dude, I didn't realize how popular BTS was. They went crazy in Mexico. I got a double kill. See, I'm good with the pistol. That's all I need. Oh. Oh man, I walked right into that. Lily, did you go to Backlash? Nah, she wasn't at Backlash. Dude, it's nothing but chaos right now. Dude, get him, get him! Get the flag!
Flag return.
I return. But we need to start capturing, bro. Oh shit.
5 minutes remaining.
Team took the enemy flag.
Dude, I just wasted all these bullets. Run! Run!
Capture.
Oh, victory!
Victory.
Like, we don't care if Otis and Tozawa, they should be released. Ah, I'm not saying anything about firings. Yeah. I mean, they're not using them. You know what? I got a better thing, Assassin. Send them down to AAA. They could use them down there. They could use them down there. Send them down to AAA. Alright, one more game. One more game of this, and then I'll go over to 2K. Dude, I feel like I didn't make a bad decision tonight. Nah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was dreading Smackdown. I'm like, should I do it? But I'm like, I'm still gonna stream. Screw it. I'll play some games. I really don't want to watch Smackdown. I'm really interested. What's going on right now? You know what? I'll put it on my phone. To TV. Oh, I see. I see. It's Miz versus Trick.
Fiesta.
Oh, I don't like Fiesta. All right, let's go. Let's go. Whee! All right, we got him. We got him. You had the big hammer too. Ah, got him. All right, yo. Come on, protect me. Oh, where was that? Wait, where were you? Oh, man, of course. No, I didn't go to Backlash. No, she wasn't at Backlash. Alright, I'm gonna go over here. Oh, man, I almost had him. No, I like this gun. Hey, somebody's over there. Somebody's over there. Damn, dude, he has precision. Damn, yo, he has a sniper. Ah! You had all that, and I still took you out. Someone's behind me. Alright, somebody took him out. Alistair Black is the new IC champ. And your universe? That's crazy, dude. Dude, are you gonna go a crazy run with him, Anthony? Oh no. Oh no, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Yeah, I knew I was cooked. Alright, let me run, let me run, let me run. Let me hide. Alright, somebody's over there. In my head, I see you all over me. In my head, do the things you wanna be. My head. Where you at? Fuck. Ah. Yep. So you're going like 12 months, maybe 6 months? What's the first feud, Anthony? Ha ha ha! Get swept. Come on, take him out.
Make those bullets sting, Spartan.
Oh snap. Oh snap. I don't know what to do. Somebody's coming over here. Maybe Mello. So Mello's gonna be the first feud? How long are you gonna take it to Mania? Actually, I need to start playing Universe mode. Man, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm so. Oh man, it's GG's. See, I don't like Fiesta. Cause then I get in the groove and then I start like losing. Alright, somebody got him. Alright, somebody's going over here. Ah. Tomorrow is my Saturday night's main event 3 and Evolution at 7. Damn, yo. Double PoE, bro. Double PoE. What you got lined up for Evolution? See, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. Alright, yo, we tied up. Well, not tied up, but we're close. Alright, let's pull a Sixers. Let's come back from behind. Let's go over here. It's gonna be waiting for me. Run! Alright, someone talking about from Raw and NXT can compete with AEW Dynamite, but SmackDown is not that far a fair fight. Nope. Dude, dude, it's getting to Dynamite is not as bad as SmackDown, bro. It used to be the opposite. Dude, I still think Dynamite's pretty bad because nothing makes sense. Because every time I'm like watching, like nothing clicks. I mean, it's cool, yo. You want to have good matches? That's alright. That's alright. But if I want to see good matches, I'd rather go to New Japan for that. I mean, dude, if they really want to make a run for it, right now is the opportunity to become the number two, like, the number two show. Just get better writing. Yeah, the booking's fine, yo. No complaints from me from the booking. The booking's fine. We just need, like, reasons. And why are people fighting each other? And always give constructive criticism. But it seems like AEW fans don't like that. So no SmackDown tonight? Nope. No SmackDown for me. I'm watching it in the background. Nothing's going on. It seems like Miz is almost beating Trick. Come on. Dude, they're ganged up, bro. There's no way. I need to get out of here. Run! There's no way. I can't go through them. For Evolution, think I might do Liv versus Jordan Grace for the IC title and Lyra versus Rhea for the world title. Ooh, that doesn't sound bad, yo. That doesn't sound bad. Yeah, I got cooked, yo. We got smacked. I mean, we can still make a comeback. Now thinking about it, can WWE and AEW really compete with one another? Both shows are completely different. AEW has that indie feel. WWE isn't. Yeah, I think they could, but I'm not saying like take them out. WWE's too big to fail. Like they've been around for how long? Like half a century. I'm just saying you can like give them a run for their money, bro. Competition's good. Especially for things like that, competition's good, bro. And the fans get the benefits of that when there's competition. But I'm not saying like completely take him out, That's never gonna happen. Like WWE is too big to fail, even if TKO owns it. Cause it's the most recognizable brand. Dude, I got lucky with that one. Dude, somebody's stalking me. Yo, oh come on. Damn, yo, I walked into that trap. But I'm just saying, yo, they have momentum on their side, and WWE is clearly like resting on their laurels. So maybe it doesn't hurt if you punch them in the mouth a little bit. Dude, what the hell is that gun? Alright, I'm gonna start spamming this one.
1 minute remaining.
Where we going, buddies? Yeah, that competition had been good for this year and last year. Yeah, the competition had... Yeah. I'm more like... Yeah. We need more. I'm just saying, we just need more. I'm not really interested in the tournaments. The only tournament in AEW that I'm really like looking forward to, the Owen Hart one, is probably the women's. I'm not really looking forward to the men's, but that's mostly because they have Stardom women in it. I'm really, really big fan of Stardom. Hey, look, Ray Phoenix. Yo, back now. I didn't do that well. Now we go to 2K26. Yo, I'm gonna finish the rest of that showcase. Yeah, WWE put Saturday Night's main event in the same day as all. What? Nah, yo, they trying to counter program. Nah, I'm not doing that again. Hell no. I'm just watching All In, bro. At that point, I'm not doing that again. Nope. No, thank you. I learned my lesson from last year, dude. I was so fried. I was so fried, bro. I was like, I can't. Too much. Apparently, there's limits to wrestling. But that's also AEW, bro. They have to go all that far out to like, well, how long? How long we stayed? Like 6 hours? Oh my god, bro. Those 6 hours were long, bro. By the time we got a Mercedes and Tony, I was like, dude, when is this show gonna be over? Let's go here. Honestly, which was a mistake? Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, I gotta go back and rewatch that Saturday Night's main event, bro. I just remember we watched. By the time I got on, we watched what's his name? Seth Rollins like fake his injury, and then that Goldberg and Gunther match wasn't bad. At least we know what's his name. Um, Gunther can get a good match out of anybody. Yo, speaking, yo, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Yo, I'm gonna rewatch that. I'm gonna rewatch All In, but I'm only gonna watch like the matches like I barely remember. Like I want to watch Mercedes and Tony Storm, Okada and Kenny Omega 4, and the Swerve match. I remember the tag team match was pretty good. No, no, no. They're doing that again. But remember when they did that? Yeah. But this time they're gonna be on like 3 o'clock. I'm assuming what's his name? WWE Saturday Night's main event is gonna be like later in the night. Dude, that was crazy, bro. That day fried me. I'm not gonna cap. Let's do Kurt Angle. So what did I miss on SmackDown so far? Nothing. Sami Zayn still doing his thing. I'm gonna lower that. Let me lower that. Skip. I feel like the mistake to do. I feel like that's a mistake to do. Imagine WrestleMania the same day as All In. It would be the ultimate competition. Yeah, dude. That's why I'm hoping next year, when WWE's in Saudi, that what's his name, Tony Khan books New Orleans or a city where cause things to do. I'm hoping they do a show like that and counter program WWE. Cause Saudi Mania is gonna be like 1 p.m. The farthest they'll push it is probably gonna be like 3 o'clock. But I'm hoping like Tony Khan counter programs, yo, just to stick it to them. Yeah. Stare down. No. Dude, he's already bleeding. Damn, Kurt, you already got color. All right, pin. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Well, my official matches for Evolution is AJ Lee versus Jade Cargill. That should be a solid match. And for the Women's Undisputed Championship and Liv versus Soul, that should be solid. For the IC title, Rhea versus Lyra for the Women's World title. Damn, yo, you got a stack card for Evolution, yo. Oh, dude, that's a glitch. I'll take it, though. Another thing we gotta talk about is I don't like how people are saying Seth is washed. They forgot he's just got off an injury for real. Bro, he's not washed. Yeah, he just got off a shoulder injury, bro. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I don't know what they're saying, bro. I still say the best match of night one is Seth versus Gunther. It's just that what is it called? It's that breaker match, bro. I didn't really like dig it. I just think that it's not even Seth's fault. I just think what's his name? Breaker is doing too much. Well, he's just moving fast, yo, and he's starting to become sloppy. I think he's a little rusty still. But still, I don't think Seth is washed. I just don't I don't see him getting the title anytime soon. I think that was it. Unless they really want to move forward with him, but I think he's done. If anything, he should go for the US title for now. But he's a good main eventer. I don't know what people are talking about. Even though I do troll Wrestling World with it, I do like Seth, yo. I do like Seth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with these opinions these days. I'm hearing that people are giving grief to that new guy from the UK that wrestled in, was it Noah? I think something Mason Rook. I'm like, bro, this big guy just did a moonsault. A moonsault. You telling me we're still judging bodies after Kevin Owens came in? Have we not learned anything? Or it could just be jealousy that they can't do it themselves, and that big guy is. And plus, NXT is developmental. If anything, he has time to get in shape. He has the best trainers in NXT to get him in shape. He has the best nutritionists. But I think they're trying to build him up. I think they're trying to build him into the next KO. People are literally comparing Seth to Will Ospreay again because he buys this thing. What? No, they shouldn't do that, bro. Why? Why isn't there even a comparison at that point? So it was botched. But it was recovered. Breaker knew how to recover it on the fly, so it didn't look that bad, bro. Not everything's gonna be perfect. Yeah, I don't know what people are doing. Apparently, Cena said Mason Rook is the next Lesnar or something. Damn, Cena, you really gonna do that to him, bro? That's a big name. That's a big name to live by for, yo. Like, you really gonna compare him to Lesnar? I would say next KO, but I understand what he means by Lesnar, bro. He's just a big guy doing flips. I understand that. So I see it. I see his point. Doesn't Lesnar know how to do a shooting star press? I see it. It's just Mason Rook needs to get in shape, but regardless of that, I think he'll be fine even if he doesn't get in shape. I think it's more impressive that he can do it at the size he's at. Dude, I think that the John Cena Classic is gonna be the Mason Rook showcase. I don't know how that's gonna work though, to be honest. I still think they're gonna use Club WWE for the voting system, and the only way to vote is if you pay. And I think they're gonna do the same thing with reaction streamers. I think they're gonna have their own little community, and then that way you pay and you get on TV. What I like about Seth is that after all these years he didn't change how he wrestled. He's willing to risk his body for us, willing to do new for us. Dude, the one thing that I didn't like that he did was that shoulder first coast to coast. Like, bro, that should have been one of those. Like, bro, nah, bro, they don't even do that. Look, it cost him like months of his career. But either than that, yo, you're right. He never really changed his style. I'm not being funny, but look at Viscera. He made it. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You's right. Oh, man. What was it? What's his gimmick? The Ultimate Love Machine or something like that? Damn, Vince was on something else back then. What if you do dream matches? I got one. Let's go. Let's go here. I'm gonna go. What the hell? Whoa. Where's Saudi? There's no Saudi. See, I haven't even touched this game in months. You know what? Cause is that Mania in Saudi? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I got Saudi. I'm gonna be. The world's largest. That's what they said. The world's largest love machine. I remember he had a crush on Lillian, and he was stalking Lillian, and then Lillian got into it. And then at some point there was Trish Stratus, right? Did he go on a date with Trish? Let's go. Let's go check Gable. Chad Gable versus who? Who do I really want to see with Chad Gable? Oh, Latino Heat. Let's go 97 Eddie. Get your rewards. You get new wrestlers. Oh, yo. So if I play, I get new wrestlers. I got Vikingo and Psycho Clown and Mr. Iguana. Remember that Kane and Lee? Yeah, I remember that. That was that was something else, bro. I forgot about that. Damn. Damn, bro, that storyline should have stayed in Vince's head, bro. Oh man, yo, miscarriage, yo. He was playing with miscarriage, bro. I did not mess with that. And then Snitsky, I think he punted like a baby doll. Yeah, I thought that was kind of foul. Damn, yo, that was all around the time of the Katie Vick era. And that's when he got with. That's when she got with and got into it with Edge, right? Mae Young and Mark Henry hand. Yeah, I remember Mark Henry and the hand. You know what's crazy, bro? The only reason I know this is because I had these DVDs right when I was a kid, like the top ten of top 100 of SmackDown moments, and it brought up the hand. In 2007, Vince McMahon was a dude. Durag Vince was entertaining. I enjoyed Durag Vince. And then he booked himself to be ECW champion, bro. Oh man, he was on something else, bro. He even faked his death. And you know something happened, dude. Like all around that week when he faked his death, yo, I remember being like in school, right? I think it was like the last week of school. And then the next week, Benoit did what he did, and then Vince shows back up on TV. It was so weird, bro. I still remember that tribute show. I remember they showed wrestlers crying, like for at least an hour. And then when things started coming out, it kind of just became a highlight show. Latino Heat. Let's draw energy, Eddie. Let's draw energy. I got enemies. Got a lot of enemies. Let's approach. Let's approach. Let's trade blows, yo. We starting out hot. What's going on Smackdown, dude? Nothing much. Right now, what I'm seeing on my phone is that they have Brie Bella kicking my girl Julia and Kiana. Damn, bro. Oh man, I took that. Vince McMahon had to erase that Raw episode from exist. Bro, I know, bro. Because I remember when I was a kid. Dude, this is how obsessed I was with WWE. So on Monday, I would watch the episode live. And then they would show a replay on the Spanish channel called Mundos. And I would watch the replay. When I watched that episode, bro, that replay wasn't on there, bro. We were getting highlights of the 2006. I'm like, damn, why they erased it? I wish I recorded it, but dude, that whole episode is drilled in my memory. Like I remember it. But like when I was a kid, dude, I was like what 9, 8 years old. I didn't really understand what was going on. I was too young to understand. I still didn't know. Like I didn't even know Eddie. Like I thought it was a storyline. But like I didn't even know if Benoit was really, gone and stuff. But I remember that whole era, bro. He almost destroyed the industry just for with his actions. Yeah, dude. Not, and then the year later they went PG. They kind of had to, bro. Kind of Benoit kind of forced them because they were getting a bunch of crap. And also, it didn't help that Linda wanted to run for I don't know, Senate or governor. The darkest moment of WWE, bro, for real. But dude, we got some good stuff out of it, yo. We got CM Punk and we got John Morrison out of it. That would have never happened. And to this day, I don't even think Johnny Nitro should have won the ECW championship. But bro, when you telling me in 2007 we were gonna get CM Punk and Benoit, you bet your butt I wanted to see that match. Oh man, we got robbed. That would have been a banger. And this is post ROH Punk. This is when he was coming off his indie run. To be honest, the PG era is not that bad of an era. There was a lot of good moments, and that came from their era. Yeah, it had good moments. I'm not saying it was all bad. Like people just like nitpick it, but it wasn't all bad. Yeah, for a while we had to deal with like the bad writing, like the PG writing, almost G-rated writing. But we got some good moments out of it. We got the Nexus. What else we got? We got Edge and Taker. We got Shawn and Taker. Yeah, we got Edge and Jericho. It wasn't all that bad. Yo, you want me to be honest, dude? I'd rather go to that era to the era we got now, dude. Like, I'm not gonna cap, bro. I'm not gonna cap. I'd rather go back to that era than the era we're in right now. Because right now, dude, it's pretty bad. But we're not there yet, bro. We're not there yet. We're not like there yet. But it's getting there. They need to get their ish together. Because I was watching some of that Thunderdome Smackdown a couple days ago. And I'm like, damn, dude. Back in the day, I'm like, dude, this show sucks. Compared to now, what we get now, bro, this is not that bad. I think it just has to do with the commercials. I think that's what it is. I think commercials and the canvas being like all built up with ads. I think it really hit me when I watched Thunderdome era SmackDown. I'm like, damn, it used to be pure. Now it's just corporatized. How was the version of CM Punk in ECW? How was the version of CM Punk, the ECW version? Honestly, dude, he was kicking ass, bro. He was kicking ass. Him and Morrison had some bangers. Punk won the championship in an episode of ECW like around September. That's what I remember. And then for a while it became Chavo and CM Punk at the end. Then it wasn't that great. Then that run wasn't that great. But that, to be honest, I feel like that push, the CM Punk push was kind of forced because they wanted to go to wrestlers that weren't like juiced up or big. So they went with him because he was sober. So it's almost like Vince didn't treat it like as well because he didn't like care for it. Like towards the end. In the beginning it started hot. But then we started going like Chavo Guerrero and CM Punk. And then we're like, what the hell are we watching? And I think Armando Estrada got involved too. Whereas Vince McMahon buying WCW or TKO buying WWE? I wouldn't. I will TKO buying WWE. But I don't really like. And I understand why Vince did what he did. He thought if he like sold it to his friends, he was still gonna be in creative and booking. So I get what he did. He just didn't realize he got played. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go with TKO buying WWE. I mean, it is as big and it is more recognizable. I do like agree with that, but like the over commercialization of it, I'm just like it's really starting to rub me the wrong way. Especially, I heard they had a fan at Mania that bought a seat in commentary. Like, bro, not everything should be for sale. Like, okay, bro, I can deal with it on the Slim Jim tables. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. All right, the ring mat. Okay, we were gonna get there at some point. I don't blame them, bro, because New Japan has advertisement, and like really, it doesn't really bother me. But now, You know, CM Punk's for before it was the Avalanche pedigree in the Indies. It's obvious why he had to stop doing it. Yep, I understand why he stopped. Yeah, that was gonna be bad on his body if he kept doing the Avalanche knee or the pedigree. Yeah, it was gonna be bad on his body. But yeah, his ECW his ECW run was like okay. It wasn't the best. It was brief. Damn, Eddie, you missed. Oh no, I'm cooked. What's yeah, dude? What, dude? I'm on purple. Come on, Eddie. Let me rest, bro. Let me rest. I actually have a finisher. Uh, the GTS is a huge improvement. Yep. I heard Kenta was not fond of him using it. I mean, Punk did give him credit. I don't know why he didn't like, was fond of it. All right, it's tap. It's Tiffy time. With the Avalanche pedigree, he jumps down on the mat on his knees, and there's a certain wrestler who uses a pedigree. No wonder why he couldn't use. Yeah, Triple H said, Who's this scrawny guy, yo? He can't be using my wrestling move off the top rope. Screw this guy." All right, where's my rewards? I have no idea what it says, but apparently I got Lady Flammer. Wait, I can just like get them all and like won't get charged? I don't need that. I don't need that. I want that. I want the Mega Championship. I gotta reach tier 29. I'm almost there. What's this? Wait, what's this? Ringside Pass. Favorite fan Triple A Pass. Wait, what's the difference? Apparently I can claim all this stuff. Does it work like that? Reward. Dude, how much Island VC do I got? Alright, that's this. I care more of the Triple A stuff. Contains Island attribute, my rice attribute points. Okay, I claim that. What's this? Psycho Clown wallpaper, VC. Cody Rose. Oh, look, the table doesn't have the Slim Jim logo. Diving Shooting Star Foot Stop. 25 my faction tokens. Alright, I'll grab that one. That's a nice vest. I'm all the way over here now. I just want the titles. What else do I got? Oh, Mr. Iguana! Like, yes, God. And then it ends there. Alright, let me just play Showcase. Alright, see, I already got a bunch of them. Yo, I messed up on the Randy one, dude. I didn't hit him with the GTS. And then they didn't count it. Right now I'm on CM Punk. To this day, dude, this is my favorite Punk and Cena match. I think this match is better than the Money in the Bank match, dude. Especially because I remember the day and what I was doing that night. I remember playing Battlefield Bad Company 2 all day. Because it was a snow day or something like that. I want to say I came home from school early. Maybe we were in midterms. But I remember playing Battlefield Bad Company 2 all day. Just playing the story mode. And then I turned on Raw and this match was a banger. And it was snowing outside. That's why I remember that day. Let's go. Seth versus Cody 4 was good. The Avalanche Crossroads. Yeah, I like that match. That was a solid match. Yeah, dude, that was a great match. What am I talking about? The only reason I didn't put it on my top 10 of last year is because it was there was no bill for it, bro. It was just a match that was made. I guess what they do for it, bro? Did they do a tournament? Or was it champion versus champion? I think it was champion versus champion. But that match was great. But because of the lack of story, I didn't put it on my top 10. CM Punk, The Rock versus CM Punk. Yep. Oh, the Elimination Chamber one. Dude, I remember the Rumble. I was so tight. I was so tight. Royal Rumble 2013. I remember that Rumble, bro. I was so tight. I'm like, you were serious, yo? Like, Punk carried the championship for like 400 something days, and Rock shows up out of nowhere, and like after 8 months, and he beats him. I still don't think it should have been Rock versus Cena too. It should have been a triple threat at least, with CM Punk in it. Storyline makes a big difference. Yeah, dude. Like, you can book a match at all you want, bro, but there's no like storyline with it. I do not care. The match was great, but the storyline matters. That's why AEW should take some pointers, yo. Write some compelling stories, yo, and I'll watch your show on Wednesdays. I hear they're doing a good story with Osprey joining the Death Riders. I've been interested in that. I'm not gonna cap. I've been interested in that. I'm interested in how like Will Osprey like is gonna deal with the Death Riders. It's gonna be like some student versus teacher. Like at some point it like all clashes together. Student versus teacher, and then Moxley, what's his name? Osprey earns Moxley respect at the end and shakes his hand and puts him over. That's gonna be a good story, yo. There's so much moves that could be Avalanche. Imagine doing the skull crushing from finale and as the Avalanche, bro. It would be fire, but I feel like that would mess up. I feel like the only reason I don't do that because what's his name? The wrestlers don't have their arms or their legs to brace themselves when they take the fall. So they're gonna go all chest first, and you don't know how the head's gonna bounce off the mat. Like, dude, your head can bounce back a little bit, and you get a concussion. Uh, should have been a triple threat elimination chamber, so they could eliminate Punk, and it would be Rock versus Cena. They should have done that, but I understand why they went that route, dude. Cena and Rock were kind of the two big stars. It's messed up. I don't know why they did twice in a lifetime. They didn't do that. The second match wasn't that good. But I get they told a year long story with Cena. I think that was the problem. Cena sure went heel when he went on that losing streak throughout the year. And dude, the next month after he lost to Rock after Mania, he faces Lesnar and beat him. I did not agree with that. I did not agree with Cena beating Lesnar in this comeback match at Extreme Rules. Who would win, Will Ospreay or TNA AJ Styles? I'm gonna go with TNA AJ Styles, dude. That guy was a beast. That guy was a beast, dude. To this day, dude, that Samoan Joe and Christopher Daniels match and AJ Styles. Oh my gosh, yo, talk about a banger. Talk about a banger, bro. Like, dude, that's a match everybody gotta see, bro. That's just pure. That's just pure art. A hardcore version of Will Ospreay could be cool. Good, yo, it would, dude. I'm really interested in that story, bro. It could be teacher versus student, yo, and it all clashes at All In. What the hell? Why is Royce Keys signing the contract? I'm so confused what they're doing. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Dude, back in the day, WWE games, you can make the spinner spin. Now you can't. Oh man, we had it good back in the day. Back in WWE 13. Speak of it, speak that's crazy. TNA only has one 5-star match. Joe versus AJ Christopher Daniels Unbreakable. It's crazy after so many years they only have one. Does Triple A even have one? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think Triple A really is not known for their matches, dude. If anything, the match quality got better as WWE took over. They're not really known for the match quality, dude. Well, what I could remember as a kid, they were like, dude, like Triple A back in the day was just like, it was just a mess. I'm not gonna lie, it was a mess. It was just because Conan and Vampiro just kept butting heads, and they were in the booking committee. Um, you could choose who you want to be in the dream matches. So, like, what do you mean dream matches? Just do a bunch of dream matches? You know what? I'm gonna do that. You know what? I could. What do you want? I'm gonna do that, dude. I don't feel like doing all this like reward stuff. I'll do that in my free time. Who you want? Who you want? Who you want, Anthony? The remaining three of the MFTs. Damn, bro. Damn, yo. That whole group is just done, bro. You know what, bro? Put them in a box and send them down to NXT, bro. Uh, but just still only one 5-star match. That's crazy, bro. I would give Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle 5 stars. How come that didn't get anything? There's a bunch of good matches they had back in the day. But like, I'm talking about like '07 TNA, like around '05 to '07. Maybe you could say '08, '09. '09 was good. That was good TNA. But after Hogan and Bischoff came in, I'm like, yeah, dude, this ain't it, bro. I ain't signed up for this. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Let's do. Ooh, Dragunov. Ray Ray? Nah. Boogeyman? No. Wait, who's on the downloaded wrestlers? How do you get these guys? To use this item, you must claim the fan favorite pass. I already have it. They don't even have much. Huh. With the Vikingo. Yeah, I'll do that. We all know Dave, he'd be sleeping. Bro, he didn't start giving WWE 5-star matches until it was like what, the 2010s? Like, I swear, bro, the fact that Taker versus Michaels like one didn't get 5 stars is crazy. Also, he was pretty biased, bro. He's been biased for years. Tiffany finally got the undisputed entrance. I heard they finally fixed her entrance. Bro, only took 3 years. I swear, she had that same entrance for from 2K23 all the way to 26. But yeah, dude, for a while, Dave went all in on New Japan when he found out about him. Ooh. Cody. Cody Rhodes. And the fact Roman finally has a 5-star match is crazy, dude. The fact that they didn't give Cody versus Roman 1 at WrestleMania 39 in LA, um, a 5-star match is crazy, bro. I still think that's their best match. The only reason I don't say 40 is because 40 had Bloodline Rules, and the interference kind of like went hard, yo. I'm not gonna lie, the interference went hard. But like at the time, I really wanted to see another pure wrestling match between the two. But at least we got it at 39. Maybe it's because the interference from Solo. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. What other Roman matches? Oh, Roman versus I saw it the other day. Roman versus Logan Paul. That was pretty good. The Roman versus Lesnar at SummerSlam 22. That was good. Roman versus Punk. That was fire, bro. I gotta watch that back in a year on TV. I'm not watching it, bro. I want that thing fresh on my memory as long as I can. Um, when you look at Roman's title defense, and there's so many matches that could be 5 stars. Yeah, dude. What is it? Drew versus Roman. That was good. I'm trying to think of another one. I would nah, not Jey Uso, cause that Jey Uso SummerSlam match sucked. That match sucked. What are the ones? They didn't do Roman versus Seth, right? I don't think they ever did that. I'm trying to think. I feel for a while it was just Lesnar and Roman. Oh, that Edge and Daniel Bryan. Oh, Cesaro and Roman. Daniel Bryan and Roman. Edge and Roman. I wouldn't go Cena Roman from SummerSlam 21. Yeah, that match was alright. We're getting Royce Keys versus Gunther, number 1 contender. What? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why? What? Wait, whoa. Why is Royce Keys all of a sudden involved in the main event scene? Makes no sense. I thought he was like with Jacob. Or like messing around with Jacob. Roman Seth at Rumble ended. Oh yeah, dude, I remember now. 22, right? Yeah, I remember that. It's when he came out dressed as the Shield. Yeah, I knew it happened, bro. Yeah, I remember it ended in DQ. It was a solid match, but the DQ kind of took me out. It's almost like they didn't want any of them to lose. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, we're seeing Thunderdome Roman right now in 2026. You talking about holds? Like all of a sudden he's like jumping up and doing leapfrogs. Bro, we're getting the best of Roman again, bro. He's back in his bag, dude. And no interference. All these matches are one-on-one. I know it's just been two, but still, that's a start, bro. That's dude. He giving us cake, bro. He's giving us piece of cake, yo. And people are complaining about it, bro. We're getting the best of Roman right now. Which makes me think this is his last run. This is probably his last contract. Yeah, Royce just interrupted a promo and got the... What? What the hell is Triple H doing over there? Like, no, bro. You already committed to Gunther. You might as well... No, yeah, and also Gunther's gonna win. Why are you wasting our time? Unless they do a triple threat. They do a triple threat in Italy, and then you get the one-on-one match at Night of Champions in Saudi. But still, there's not gonna be more than 4 matches in a card. So what are we going crazy about? Sammy versus oh yeah, Sammy versus Roman was good. I remember that. I watched that like back in February. Oh man, dude, that whole match made me sad, bro. Dude, we didn't know we were at the peak of the year 22 all the way up to 24. I didn't think the peak was gonna last 3 to 4 years. Well, at least 2 years at the time. I didn't think the peak was just gonna be 2 years. I didn't think it was gonna end at 40. Dude, the fact that they're doing Royce Keys, dude. What are you doing? And Royce Keys can't afford a lot, so what's the point? It seems like they got nothing for Royce. Royce Keys was wasting his time with Solo, for real. Unless Solo costs him the match, that's the only way I see Royce Keys losing. But still, bro, what's the point of it? Still Gunther versus Cody. Nah, that makes no sense, bro. The fact that, what's his name, Nick Aldis agreed to the demands by Heyman and Gunther, and then you book him on a earn your title shot match, literally makes no sense, bro. I'm glad I'm not watching it. Like, see, I would have just been mad. The Mellow Saints match was good. God awful. They both missed their spots. Damn, bro. They overshot it, bro. It's not looking good for Ricky. Did Ricky get a pop at least? Because people are giving him crap for not getting a pop. Some people are saying he's not a star. I'm like, what are you talking about? You just haven't seen the best of him. In the space of about 15 seconds. What? They didn't even draw it out. Like, there was no confrontation backstage. It was just 15 seconds. I swear, bro. Smackdown is like the same formula. Rinse and repeat, dude. Nick Aldis comes out, makes a match, and that's your winner gets the title shot at the next pay-per-view. I'll probably watch the highlights. See, yo, that's why I'm out here protesting, yo. I'm out here protest SmackDown, make SmackDown great again. Take us back to '07. Take us back to 1999. Like, can you give us something? Oh no. No, Vikingo got me. Yeah, there was a confrontation backstage. All right, so at least they knew what to do. But still, I don't agree with a contendership match. Unless Gunther wants to work. But yo, guess what, yo? And when they do Cody versus Gunther, I say Put the title on Gunther, dude. Put the title on Gunther. Like, you really want to make a splash? Put it on Gunther, bro. Cause you're not gonna have this man after you build him up, beat Cena, beat Goldberg. Who else he beat? I think that's it. You're not gonna call him the Legend Killer, not having win the WWE title, right? But hey, it's Triple H, bro. If there's a way, there's a how you can screw over Gunther. Not even like screw over, but you know, his favorite toy is Cody, bro. Cody somehow can never lose clean. Give us back Teddy Long and the Undertaker, player, holla holla. You tonight you will go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker. Or what is it? Holla holla, player, tonight you will be in a tag team match. Dude, he loved tag team matches. Both are both guys are former NWA champions. Facts. That is facts. I kind of want to see Nick Aldis back in the ring. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, I'm having a banger with Vikingo. But we in purple, yo. We in purple. All right, let's put him out. NWA champion was NWA Championship is really good design, especially when it is big gold time and 10 pounds of steel belt looks good. Yeah, I like it. I even like the rectangular look. The only reason I do like it is because it has the flags. I like the flags, yo. Also like the little globe in the middle, bro. Ooh, dude, reminds me of Christian Cage TNA. You can let Superman lose clean. Yeah, you can't let Superman lose clean for some reason. He used to say it as a tag team match. Yep, I remember. Yo, I miss Teddy Long, yo. Bring back Teddy Long. Can we get managers like that? Managers that are fun. Just don't bring back the computer, yo. The computer era of Raw was pretty bad, dude. It was annoying and frustrating. Dude, how do you miss that? You're cooked. You cooked. I got you. Especially when Blue Demon Jr. changed the strip off the belt to red, bro. For real, bro. That shit was fire. Ooh, excuse my language. Why can't you do that with WWE Championship? Change the color of the belt. They used to do that. They did it with the Universal. I guess they don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, I don't know. It has to be like a special wrestler to do that. You know what? Another thing that really bothered me on Monday? How come Roman didn't have his belt? Like, how come he yelled, like, where's my belt? That really annoyed me. Like, I want to see Roman come out of the truck or the car, like, with the big gold, yo. Imagine him, bro. He comes out with that belt, yo. Look, he gotta look like a million bucks. That really annoys me, bro. Are we really on this era where they don't carry belts anymore? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't do the color like switches. I guess you gotta be like an MJF to get away with it. Damn, dude. Come on, let's 5-star Vikingo. Let's go for 5 stars. Yo, you know what else I heard? I heard Jeff Cobb was out there in Japan this past weekend. AKA JC Mateo. I heard he was backstage at Dominion. Yo, we gotta have Jeff Cobb back in New Japan, bro. Him and Yoda Sushi, yo, would go hard. Same with Andrade, yo. I want to see Jeff Cobb versus Andrade. I would say Alpha Tasmo, but Alpha Tasmo these days, he ain't been there since that cancer scare. WCW Teddy is better than SmackDown PG Teddy. I didn't watch him in WCW. Was he like the manager or something? I thought he was a ref. Or was that WWE? It's crazy Christian never lost the NWA championship. He never lost it? I thought he did. I remember watching. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. He never did lose it. Dude, you know what's crazy? I remember like around '07 when Kurt Angle had all the belts from TNA. I think at some point he was carrying the IWGP belt at the time too. And then he became tag team champions or something like that. And he had to defend that title by himself or with somebody. I don't really remember the storyline. I just remember he was by himself and he lost it. Or he was tag team champions with Samoa Joe where they had beef. Oh, dude, I should do a deep dive on TNA Christian Cage. Come on, Vikingo. Get out there. I need a breather. Get up. Oh, suicide dive. No. No, it's GG's. That's why the TNA World Championship was made to replace. Yeah, dude, because I remember Kurt Angle all of a sudden showed up with the TNA Championship, the one with the eagle, the really good looking one. That's my favorite. The best. I'm not gonna lie, probably one of the best designs on a belt was the TNA Championship from '07 to 2000. I want to say 10. That was probably the best design championship belt ever, yo. Pretty too. I just like the eagle on it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because at some point they did switch over to having their own championship. I do remember that. At some point they switched over, but I don't remember how they got there. And it does make sense because Christian Cage, like, he disappeared for the rest of the year that year and didn't show back up till like later in 2008. We're we're in crunch time. Come on, Vikingo. Ah, you thought. Let's put it away, Vikingo. H bomb. You know what, bro? I'll throw you over here. The reason why the NWA broke away from TNA is they wanted their own championship belt back. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. And yeah, for a while, they wasn't called NWA TNA anymore. Dude, that belt looks so good on Christian Cage, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. He was having a run for his... Dude, that's when, like, dude, this guy can be a main eventer. The fact that Vince didn't see that is, like, a crime. But at least he got the world title run later in 2011. But to be honest, if it wasn't for Edge retiring, do we even see that? Wait, I can't do it. No, watch. That's why the TNA Tag Team Championship shows were made. The Team 3D was the NW Tag Team Champions. I do remember that. I remember a picture of them. I think they had the IWGP Tag Team titles too at the same time, because I remember them holding like four sets of belts. All right, Vikingo, you're done. Melo cheated a win. Damn. Damn, Ricky Saints already took it now. So I'm assuming they're gonna do the best of three series with Melo and Ricky Saints. What are they doing with Rhea? Are they doing Rhea anything with Rhea? Did Jade come back or something? Or are they having a match later? No. Nah, I'm cooked, bro. It's GG's. I'm losing. I'm losing. I'm losing. I'm cooked, bruh. I'm cooked. Yeah, yo, I'm cooked. I lost that one. I got too greedy, yo. I got greedy at the end. But overall, it's a good thing that the NWA broke away from TNA. Got to do its own thing. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, they're doing their thing. I mean, for a while they were a good product when they were on YouTube. Please don't give us that type. Please don't no. Don't give us that type of matches. All right, let's check out Tiffy time. So is SmackDown a chore tonight? I guess I'm gonna go. Let's go to Raw. Oh, 2013. Let's do women's. Dude, who is these? There, I want to play as Rhea. Ooh, Asuka versus Rhea? Nah, nah, nah. Ooh, Soul. Especially TNA when the NWA left. That's when things really started in 2007. Yeah, I remember watching around that era. I was watching that whole time that era. I'm not gonna lie to you, TNA was probably my favorite thing to watch. I enjoyed WWE, but like I was really into TNA, dude. It's just because I thought I was in love with the six-sided ring. I thought it was the coolest ring ever. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like in love with that ring, yo. And when they got rid of it, I was kind of sad. Ooh, let's do China. No, SmackDown is not worth it. Damn, is that bad? SmackDown is like watching The Boys season 5. They both suck, dude. I heard The Boys season 5 was bad. I eat, sleep, breathe. TNA had a good dude. They had a legendary roster in 2007. Who we had? At some point, we had Christopher Daniels, aka Curry Man, later that year. We had a Biz. We had dude, they had everybody. Nash, Team 3D. I think at some point they had I think they had Hall. They had Billy Gunn with the Beautiful People. But they had their own version of DX. We had Robert Roode. We had Scott Steiner, Petey Williams. We had a bunch of people. I stopped watching SmackDown like 2 months ago. Hey, don't blame me, yo. Don't blame me. I should have stopped 2 months ago too. But the gingerbread man stuff kind of took me out, Joshua. How you doing, Joshua? Glad to see you again. Brutality. Yeah, I was watching just to stay consistent. I was watching it, but last week, I'm like, dude, what am I doing? This is pretty bad, dude. The gingerbread stuff took me out. Doing good. Hope you're doing well, yo. Hope you're doing well. How's soccer, yo? You still playing soccer? What made me love TNA back then was, dude, you're right. The X Division matches for real. Dude, that's the only reason I bought the TNA game because I really want to play the X Division match. That's the only reason I got it back in the day, like around '08. The game was okay, bro. The game Loki kind of sucked, but like the X Division match was just worth it. Dude, LAX, when I was watching in '07, LAX was around. Oh, dude, I have to go back. I have to subscribe to TNA Plus, bro. I want to go back. Oh, Main Event Mafia later, like in a year. Main Event Mafia versus, what was it, Fortune? That was pretty good. Think almost everyone could agree Styles' last match in TNA was so bad that it disappointed. At the same time, Magnus did nothing the entire match. AJ was getting jumped, bro, for real. I think AJ was pretty much like mad because they offered him a contract, but they told him to take a pay cut, and he was like, "What do you mean a pay cut?" So he's like, "Okay, I'm not resigning," and that's when he went to the Indies and later New Japan. And then like 2 years later, he ended up in WWE. Then 10 months later, after that, he won the WWE Championship. So it's safe to say it worked out. The only person who helped Styles was staying. Magnus was just watching, and everybody was helping him. He did not no more. I remember the one match with there was a ladder match with Magnus. I don't know if it was Jeff or AJ, but like I remember the ladder was hung like up front from the stage, right? I don't know, something you have to grab the belt, and then it was like a reverse ladder match. You had to grab the belt and then put it on top of the whatever that thing, the hanger thing, and just put it there, and you win the match. It was a weird match. The ace of TNA was given a pay cut. Yep, and he's like, you know what? I'm taking my ball and going home. Same thing that happened to New Day. But hey, yo, that worked out. That's probably when and TNA AJ Styles was good, but he wasn't that good. Like I'm not saying he wasn't that good, but like he wasn't a good worker. He was a solid worker. Then he went to New Japan, and that's when he became great. Him going to New Japan was kind of like a blessing that that was like kind of well worth it, cause he learned how to work. He worked with the best: Okada, Kota Ibushi, Naito. I think my favorite match of AJ Styles in New Japan is probably Kota Ibushi, yo, cause that match was just dumb, dude. That match was just fast paced. Uh, but Jeff Hardy and TNA, dude, he had his moments. He had his moments when it turned him heel. That's when I liked him. I liked him when he turned him heel. Then after Victory Road, it was just weird after that. But for a while, he was the face of the TNA. For a while, he was the face. Oh, Austin Aries. Austin Aries was pretty good. I like the Robert Roode run as TNA champion. I like that one. Kurt Angle was just out there throwing bangers like it was the end of his life. Hi, Chief. Pistons won now. We going to game 7. Damn, yo. All that just to get smoked by the Knicks, yo. All that to get smoked by the Knicks, Wrestling World. But how you doing, world? Yeah, I'm protesting Smackdown tonight. No more gingerbread stuff. No more gingerbread stuff for me. Yep. Apparently, I'm not missing out. But hey, yo, congratulations. You're moving forward. This another series? I thought by now they would have went to the finals. I'm not gonna lie, dude. This is probably the first year I'm not keeping up. Cause I already know the outcome, yo. OKC's gonna win it all. Jeff Hardy, Victor O, him versus Sting had no choice but to end the match early, bro. For real. I remember that, dude. I remember like on the internet being a big thing. People were ripping Jeff Hardy a new one, bro. Like, bro, he showed up messed up, bro. And he's taunting the camera. He's just like smiling all weird. Oh, dude. And I remember Sting. He's like, dude, Sting was a shame. But I get what Eric Bischoff said. Just go to the finish, yo. Just end it. And then like later, like I think later, a year later, he apologized or something like that. Mr. Anderson and TNA. Yep, I remember him. The a-hole. Dude, he won the TNA championship off Jeff. But the one thing I didn't like about his TNA run is that they had him with the Jeff Hardy TNA title. Yeah, that just didn't look right on him. It only looked good on Jeff. His best match in Japan was against Nakamura. The best. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that was probably his best match. Dude, I must say, yo, I must say that the third one was pretty good too. The one at Saturday Night's Main Event, that should have been the match at Mania, dude. I'll never forgive Vince for giving us that crap he gave us at WrestleMania 34. Thank goodness I wasn't watching then, yo. But like I watched the WrestleMania, right? Because it was the one I missed. I rewatched it back like what 5 years later. I'm like, dude, what? The low blow? Why? But obviously they show they can cook. But James Storm, I think everyone can agree, TNA's biggest missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. He won the championship, but I don't like how he done it. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. They just didn't go all in with James Storm, but I don't know what he was trying to do. He was trying to do this country thing. I remember he had that lockdown match. I don't know if it was against Kurt Angle. I think it was in Nashville. The steel cage match. He super kicked Kurt Angle so quickly. The match was so fast. All right, so it was Kurt Angle. Dude, for a while, Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett were having a thing. Dude, that's the other thing about TNA I didn't like is that Jeff Jarrett kept booking himself to win the championships. OKC giving me the Golden State Warriors type of teams. I stopped watching NBA back then, dude. I think they're the next dynasty, Steve. I think they're the next dynasty, dude. It's because they drafted well and they traded well. and all these players are under like rookie contracts for the meantime. So for the next like 3 to 4 years, they're gonna be a super team, bro. It's just they drafted well. I can't be mad at that. I can't be angry at that for creating a dynasty off draft, dude. It all starts in the draft. It was a great moment that he wanted, but it didn't really matter because it just a few days Bobby Roode was one. Yep, yeah, you're right. Yeah. A few days later that happened. I did like the whole the what was that It Factor? I did like that run with Bobby Roode though. It kind of gave me like Triple H vibes for some reason. I was like, dude, when he showed up in TNA, I'm like, dude, it probably could work out. Could probably work out. All right, I'm gonna do Young OG. Where's AJ? Young OG versus AJ Styles. Bouncy. Yo, that's not Javon. That's King Von. No way that's Javon. That's King Von. And also Javon is not that big, bro. Why they give him like double stack muscles, yo? He's not that muscular. If James Storm at least won the title properly, the full length match, it would have felt right. Yep. Yeah, I guess they didn't see James Storm for some reason, bro. They just looked at him as a drunk. Sorry, I couldn't give you updates on SmackDown. You're alright, yo. You're not. I've been getting the updates off fast, yo. He told me Royce Keys all of a sudden challenged Gunther for the rights of a number one contendership or something like that. It all happened under 15 seconds. Makes no sense. Um, yeah, that's about it. What happened in the beginning? The beginning was bad. It was Miz versus Trick. Yeah, it sounds like I'm not missing much. I think I made the right choice. I don't know, bro. I got OCD with this. I have a great day with we had a fun day at school and I got my hair braided and the Pistons won and I got suspended so I don't gotta go to school. Wait, what you mean you got suspended? Nah, bro. You telling me you thought with your heart and not your head? Yeah, this was a better choice to keep doing it. Yeah. This is what's the better choice. Keep doing it. For real, yo. I was just gonna do it just for tonight. But yeah, I might as well, yo. Yeah, SmackDown ain't cooking, bro. At least if they go to 2 hours, I will. Oh, I got suspended for using WWE. Nah, bro, you just lying, bro. I don't believe you. What move you use, yo? The curb stomp? When Moose cashed in on Josh Alexander in front of his family, that to me was crazy moment for real, yo. I forgot Moose was in TNA. That's another one that I want to see in WWE, but he's never gonna get the chance. It's because of his past, yo. What he did like 20 years ago. Yeah, dude, I gotta start. I'm gonna start buying. I'm gonna buy TNA Plus again, yo. Damn. Eli Drake was a good TNA champion. Yep, that's when we got the yeah. Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah. That yeah. Yeah, what's his name? EC3? I like EC3. When he went to WWE, I was kind of sad they never used him properly. Dude, they called up EC3 so fast from Black and Gold just to sit him in catering, bro. But I'm glad. Is he back in TNA? I heard he was back. I haven't watched in months, so I'm not. I'm not up to date. Dude, what am I doing? Come on, EJ, fight back. What you doing? Eddie Edwards the first to become world champion when he beat Bobby Lashley. Yep, I remember that. Dude, the fact that nothing came from it, bro, and what's his name? Nothing came from that. It's crazy, bro. He kind of just like got comfortable. Dude, I'm gonna go back and watch some TNA later tonight. Damn, come on, OG. Come on, let me show you some mercy. Come on, OG. Sami Zayn is rating to. Sami Zayn is ranting to Zone L Johnny Wrestling. What? Now he's just trying to get him to wake up? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with Johnny Gargano, bro. It's like been half a year with that storyline. At this point, I think he's tired of planking. Drew Galloway, a TNA World Champion, and Alberto. Yeah, dude, I wasn't watching during that time, but I did hear about it. I think that was around 2016. Like after like when they went on Pop TV, and when after they left Spike, I kind of stopped keeping up with them. But like I would hear things about them. I heard that Drew Galloway was having a run. I also heard Alberto El Patron was out there. The Broken Matt Hardy was starting to do his thing. I made sure that like I watched the Broken Matt Hardy stuff. But like everything I heard about that era of TNA just came off Twitter at the time. So that's how I got suspended. Cause you gave wrestling moves? Why you get why? I don't believe you, Wrestling World. I hope you're lying to me. Cause bro, you gotta control your emotions if that's true, bro. You gotta learn to control your emotions, bro. Men don't show weakness, yo. That's a lesson for life. Never show weakness. Never let somebody get under your skin. Because if you let somebody get under your skin, you're showing them power. You're showing that they have control over you. You never want that to happen. So I suggest be emotionally intelligent. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch some TNA, dude. Broken. Or what they call it back then? Impact Wrestling. I got something for you, AJ. I got something. And when they face each other, Austin no so Johnny's finisher. Austin just walked away. That was the last time I seen him in TNA. Damn. Who we talking about? Ace Austin? Like which Austin? Austin Aries? Oh yeah, it was around that time. Then he went to WWE. Dude, Austin Aries is pretty good, bro. But he wasn't such an egomaniac. Oh, bro, he would have been farther in his career. It's just that people didn't like him backstage. Same thing happened in WWE. To this day, I say the best match of WrestleMania 33, and it's not an official match. It was the pre-show match with Austin Aries. I forgot who he faced. I want to say it was Mustafa Ali or was it that the guy that was like that came off the top rope with an umbrella. I forgot his name. Oh, Austin Aries. Yeah, that was around the time. Then later, like within a year, he went to WWE, or later, like later in the year, he went to WWE. Take me back to 2016. Remember when Mick Foley won? Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that, dude. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy when Mick Foley won the championship. Yo, TNA used to do some crazy things back then, yo. All the ex WWE guys were winning championships left and right. Robin Dam won the champion. Yeah, I think he won it I want to say later in the month or the second week of Eric Bischoff and Hogan era. I want to say he won it later in the month. Who did he beat? I for some reason I feel like Abyss was involved. I want to say Abyss was involved. The one true villain. I know who you talking about. Yep. You're missing Jade. I'm missing Jade. Is she looking good, yo? Is she looking good? You mean Neville Pac? Was it Pac? Oh yeah, was it? Oh yeah, now I remember. WrestleMania 33. Yeah, yeah, that was probably the. Yeah, I remember that was the best match out of the like that night. It just sucks that we're in the pre-show. The only reason I remember is because they used to put the pre-shows on the USA Network, and doing things in the background. Like I would just like put it on the background and just like listen to it. But dude, I really got into that match. I'm like, dude, this is like probably the best match of the night. We get no comment for it. No comment, huh? That means they're looking great. Uh, Ethan Carter the third. He won the championship off the angle. Gee, what's up, Rod? All right, what else can I do? Let's see, what else can I do? False count anywhere, dude. We don't have many matches anymore. I guess let's go steel cage. Matt Hardy to Matt Hardy to me was not a good TNA World Champion. Was it? It wasn't really that bad. Cause after I watched the broken stuff, but I do remember him winning the championship. I thought he was finally getting a run. Uh, I hit Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and JBL's finisher on her. That's why I got suspended. I don't believe you, bro. But if you did do that, bro, come on, yo. You're making us wrestling fans look bad, yo. Let's do. What can I do, yo? What kind of steel cage? Oh, you can play as Nick Aldis. Oh, I know what to do. Biz versus Oba. The best thing that TNA did was Bully Ray having a solo run and being world champion. Yeah, I remember that Aces and Eights run. Well, how long did that last? Like 3, 4 years? I want to say 2 years, but I remember it. I remember that run. I remember the whole Brooke Hogan thing. It was hilarious, and there was Brooke Tessmacher, and then he's like, "You're not the Brooke I'm talking about." And then they revealed Brooke. No, was it Brooke Hogan? Brooke Hogan was seeing Bully Ray, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm talking to a Brooke, but you're not the Brooke I'm talking about." And then Brooke Tessmacher comes out, and I want to say they made out. I want to say that happened. Yeah, I remember that whole Aces and Eights run. That was probably the best thing Bully Ray did. And he got himself in shape for it. And the umbrella guy, you mean Jack Gallagher? Yep, I remember Jack Gallagher. I don't know, for some reason I thought he was in that match, unless he was in a previous match. She got a little cut under the eye. Never mind, that was a black guy. Bro, yo, I think you're capping, Rod. AKA Wrestling World. Ooh, imagine he had pyro. Monster versus monster, yo. Yo, a bitch should come out of retirement just for this. Yo, is what would I be capping? Cause ain't no way you did all that just because you had a crush on someone, bro. And especially the girl that you'd like, bro. Ain't no way you did all that just because she doesn't like you back. Stare down. Monster versus monster. Yeah, choke slam. And then there was Tessa Blanchard when she became world champion, the only woman to win that championship, and she was stripped of the title because she refused to fulfill her dates. COVID was around. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that being a big deal. I remember that's why she like got blackballed for a while. I'm like, damn, yo, she's pretty good, bro. I met her in Vegas last year. I told her like, I'm glad you got a second chance. You're very talented, but you can tell she's not really that great of a person, and she probably didn't get along with people backstage because she's a little bit competitive. But at least she was nice to me. But yeah, dude, I saw her this year at WrestleCon. Nobody like went up to her table. I felt so bad for her. I was like, dude, I'm just about to go up just to say hi. I didn't do that. I just did it when like I already got the picture last year. But she's really good, bro. I hope people change their minds on her. But like I get it, bro. It's just people. She's a competitive person, bro. Competitive people don't get along with other people, especially when they want to see the best out of everybody. It's the same reason my little brother never like like he was good at like soccer and stuff, but like for some reason he always got into it with like kids, and he's like, dude, I want to see the best out of these guys, yo, because he will yell at them. He will yell at them. He'd be like Michael Jordan out there, bro, just yelling like, "Come on, get your crap together," type ish. And then like at some points, like the parents like went up to him and they said, "Yo, you gotta chill out, bro. It's not that serious." Like, bro, what you mean? I'm trying to win. Aren't you trying to win? But yeah, I understand. I understand that she's probably an overly competitive person. She was barely defending and refused to do promotional videos, so TNA had no choice but to fire her. Yeah, I also understand that. I also understand that, bro. If you sign a contract, you gotta fulfill the days they want you there, or at least do promotional stuff. But like at the same time, TNA had to be understandable. It was the cough season. Like at the and she was living in a different country. Ain't no way she was gonna fulfill her dates. There was no possibility, bro. They were asking her to risk her life at the time. Basically, have to cross the border every time she needed to go across the to the U.S. And it probably at that time it probably was harder, like go over to the U.S. and like move back to Mexico because that's where you live. It's so on her. Yeah, all that was on her. At least do some videos, yo. That's the least she could have done. But I think at that point she was just like being petty, and she probably like she fell for the hype at that point. If I had a wrestler traveling schedule, I can't see myself a good person around people, to be honest. Yeah, I understand why. I understand why. That's why like I don't like when fans like I see videos of fans basically harassing these people. Bro, they're just people. At the end of the day, these people eat, poop, and sleep like you, bro. It doesn't make them any special. The only reason they're like famous is because of what they did, what their profession is, and what they could do. But besides that, they're just regular people. I always say never idolize anybody, bro. Not even athletes or musicians. Never idolize them because they're just regular people. And always ask for permission, and never just like shove a phone in somebody's face. You're right. Yep. Like, what is it? I bumped into Will Ospreay at Vegas at the Palms Casino twice, and I just said what's up, y'all. I was walking out the casino because that was after the Stardom show, and his wife was performing on that show. So I saw them at the casino lobby, right? I'm like, oh, I should ask for a picture. Then I saw he had like a kid with him and his mom or something like that. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna bother them, yo. They probably want family time. And then I bumped into them right after that. Not like 10 minutes later, like coming out of the casino. Right, they were going out to dinner. I just see Will Osprey. I made eye contact with her. Said, "What's up, Osprey?" And that's it. I didn't ask for a picture or anything. But if he was alone, I would have asked for a picture nicely. But because he was with his family, like, at least show respect, yo. Like, he doesn't want to be bothered at that point, yo. I understood it. The amount of car driving is beyond my ability. Bro, I can't do that amount of car driving, bro. I can't. I can't. I also don't like being on planes. I can't do more than 5 hours. If I do more than 5 hours, bro, I literally, like, I just want to get off. Like, I don't care. That's probably why I can never do Saudi or or Australia. I think the only one that's worth it and worth doing is probably going to Japan. But that's like 18 hours. That's the only time I would sit on the plane for 18 hours, yo. If I go to Japan. Which is a dream. Come on, Oba, take the pin. Come on, get over here, yo. Over here. CM Punk grabbed a fan phone because the fan was taking pictures of AJ Styles. This of AJ was in public. CM Punk and said something and wrong with the fans these days. Oh no, it's just that fan was being obnoxious, bro. How many times do they gotta tell you leave? Dude, you're just shoving cameras in front of people. It might have been like a misunderstanding, but bro, you were hanging out on the hotel lobby. And the only reason they can't ask fans to leave the hotel lobby of MGM is because it's an open casino, bro. They kind of got to let them in. And they want business, right? So, yeah, I just don't agree with the fans hanging out, bro. That's too much, yo. That's just way too much. Hey, you really want to meet him? You would have paid the fee at WWE World to meet him. If you go to Japan, you better believe I'm not coming back. Yo, bro, that's what I'm saying, yo. That's what I'm saying. I even told my brother, yo, if I go to Japan, bro, there's a possibility I might just start a new life over there. Oh, I already lost this match. Nah, I already lost, yo. Nah, I already lost. I already lost that match. Oh, man, Abyss beat me to it when I was reading comments. You got lucky. Alright, yo, what else gonna play, yo? I'm only a tier 24. Season 2? How are you gonna get season 2? How do I get season 2? Nah, I don't care for that. I don't care for that. Oh, look, Kyrie. We should have got the payoff. And what last match? No effing way, yo. No effing way. Let's go to Backlash. Yo, this is how lazy WWE is, yo. They used the same graphics package as this year's Backlash, yo, with the ripped paper. Come on, WWE, you can't be that lazy. Gee, what's up, world? Can I make a match for you? What do you mean? What you want? I was gonna go EO versus somebody. I don't have EO? No, I don't have EO. Alright, here's EO. What you want? What you want, Wrestling World? Last match, yo, before I get off, yo. Like the fan at certain points they're weird. Like I seen online a fan posted him getting a kiss by AJ. It was just it was weird as fuck. AJ told him to delete that. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, bro. Some of these fans don't understand boundaries, bro, and they're starting to feel entitled, bro. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like you're just making us look bad. Yeah, a bunch of stuff happened in Vegas, bro. What's her name? The former wait, the former Court Jade, Alina Black. She got harassed, like, somebody grabbed her, and, like, the backside. Like, at WrestleCon, yo. Like, what kind of issue is that? Oh, yeah, and then in the middle, when I was, like, walking, like, around, like, looking at the tables, I think some wrestler got into it with Perry Saturn or something. Oh no, some fan like got into it with Perry Saturn. I was so confused what was going on. I just like saw everybody like back up. I'm like, what's going on? Why isn't it moving? Extreme Rules at WrestleMania. Okay, Extreme Rules. Last match, yo. Last match. Which one, yo? Night one or night two? Which one? Which one of these? I'm assuming you want night two. Who are the participants? Oh, Extreme Rules. Where's Extreme Rules? Tables, letters. Especially with it with AI now, they're weird with AI. Somebody made a video of AJ Styles kissing good. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that, bro. Yeah, it's a little weird, bro. It's gonna get to a point you can't even tell. Like right now, you could tell, bro, but at some point it's gonna get weird when you can't even tell if it's real or not. Two. Okay, we got two. Who are the participants, Wrestling World? Seth versus Randy. Okay, Seth versus Randy. Who do you want me to be, Seth? I'm gonna go with Seth then. Obviously, Seth. The problem with all these fans in Vegas is they have a life, as they have life and jobs. Instead, they doing stupid things. Yeah, yeah. Bro, I was treating it like a vacation, bro. Like I wasn't really like I don't idolize people. Like I was like next when I was waiting for my Uber at what's it the Horseshoe or whatever that hotel, the Horseshoe or something like that. I saw what's his name? I was next to Mark Henry. I saw Killer Cross and Scarlett. I saw a few people, but like they were all looking at me weird, like bro, like what are you doing here, type ish. But or maybe it's because I wasn't paying attention to them, bro. But they did look at me funny, like is he gonna do something or is he gonna like mark out? But like I didn't, bro. I don't idolize people. Like I realized, dude, the lore kind of goes away. They're just regular people. They just happen to do extraordinary things. But I don't idolize people. What annoys me about modern day WWE is the bad commercials of the wrestling doing goofy duffy stuff, but then it was cool. Brock F5 a shark. It was a number one was a SummerSlam commercial that was cool. Yeah, I like those, yo. Or when Eddie cheated when he was in the track, when he was doing the I forgot what it's called, but he was like on the track, and he cheated and tied everybody's shoes together, and he just like started walking. That one was good. Yeah, dude, WWE's not creative with commercials anymore, yo. Like even at WrestleMania 23, when the whole thing was all grown up, when it was in Detroit, bro, they used to have like kid versions of the wrestlers, bro. We won't even get stuff like that anymore. W entrance. Thank you. We gonna heal Cody? No, we're gonna do a run and yo. We're gonna attack him, bro. We're not gonna wait for him. He's gonna take too long. I see. Yeah. All right, here we're doing the running. This is the only way you beat the Viper. Damn, yo. Come on, Randy. Yo, you know who I do miss, yo? I've been saying this for a lot. I do miss Matt Riddle. I miss him a lot, bro. But he kind of he dug his own grave. No. AEW fans, they think they know better just because Seth botched. They said you WWE fans better not say anything about what, bro. Screw them, bro. I'm not even I'm not even a tribalist, bro. I'm just a fan of all wrestling. Like, dude, why? I don't get AEW fans, dude. Why do they always have to compare it to WWE? Why do they always have to tell us, oh, it's better than WWE? Why? Why can't they just let us enjoy what we like? We don't say anything to them. They're the ones that start these arguments. It's like, bro, what's the point of doing that, bro? Why are you loyal to a company that doesn't even know you exist? You know? And same could be said to WWE fans. Why are you loyal to a company that doesn't know who you exist and they could care less about you? Oh, I forgot this is Extreme Rules. Like, I enjoy it all, yo. I just been obsessed with wrestling ever since I was a kid, bro. Like, obsessed. I got to the point when I got to middle school, I was being bullied for it. That's how obsessed I was, bro. But I didn't care. I didn't care. To me, wrestling was the coolest thing I ever saw. And it still is, dude. It still is the coolest thing I ever like. I still think it's the coolest thing ever. People see fighting, right? They see matchups, they see fighting, like boxing and MMA. When I see matchups, I see art. I see what they can like do. Like every move they do in that ring, bro, it's like a brush. It's like a stroke. To me, it's just art. That's the difference. People don't see that. People just see fake and all this stuff. Like it's presented as a real fight. No, bro, it's a story and it's an art form. When these people get in the ring, bro, like they lay it all on the line, bro. WWE's more so doing their own thing. Yeah, dude, they don't care, bro. They're just doing their own thing. I never understood the comparison. I'm not gonna lie, for a while I was a sicko, bro. When Vince was writing the show, I was like, I couldn't take it anymore, bro. So that's how AEW started for me, bro. I watched the first Double or Nothing and I was sold. Come on, Chief, lock in. I'm locking in, bro. If you're a AEW fan, you are worried about what's going on with Seth Rollins. Yeah, dude, that's why I don't get it. So they're obviously watching WWE, so I don't understand. So at that point, are they hate watching? Are they hate watching? Are they paying $30 a month to hate watch? Yeah. All right, Randy, we're locking in. No. How do I do a German? Oh no, no, it's GG's. But I'm not on the tax. Or maybe if I go up. No! No, no dripping DDT. Wait, hold on. Backlash was a good show. In a way, it could win back. In a way, it could win back your favor, especially the Raw after Backlash. Yeah, I enjoy the Raw after Backlash. I enjoy Backlash. The only thing I didn't like really agree with is like, why are we wasting a why are we wasting a match spot on Danhausen? Like, if they really wanted to have that, you should have put that in the pre-show. But the one my favorite match after watching it was probably Io versus Asuka. That match was good. I rewatched that. I rewatched Jacob Fatu versus Roman. That one just like reminded me like of what Roman used to do a couple years ago. Like back in the Thunderdome era. I'm like, damn, dude, he's really going all out. I haven't seen this Roman in years. Like WWE fans could be doing the same thing, hate watching that. Bro, at that point, you're just wasting. Oh, dude, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Yeah, at that point, they're just hate watching. I don't hate watch, yo. Like, I haven't watched AEW in like weeks. I'm just. Once they took the title off, what's his name? MJF, I really lost interest. I like Darby, but like, I feel the whole thing is like a year too late. Oh, really, really? You want to do that? Yeah, there you go. Right on thumbtacks. Alright, yo, did we get tables? Or we forgot to edit that? How do we get out? I can't get out. Alright, there you go. We're out. Knee to the face. Leave me alone. Ooh, I got table. I got table. Oh, we should have put a ladder. Yeah, I'm giving it to you, fans. Oh, that's the other thing I'm really sick of, yo. The table spot. especially in the announce table. I'm done with it, bro. I'm over the brawls. I'm over the table spots. Give me something new. I fear for the return of Lucha Underground. I don't think it's gonna be as good because most of the talent that they were using back then were in AAA. I don't even know if TKO owns them anymore or even owns them. Oh, dude, I'm cooked. Oh, ran the table. Nah, don't throw me back. Don't throw me back. Okay. It's GG's. What? Oh, hell no. It's gonna be a full reboot. Hopefully they do well. At least like the one thing I didn't really like about the old Lucha Underground is like I wish they had better lighting. I thought it was too dark for me. And I'm done with the I am the table jokes. They still going on with that, bro. It's been like 5 years. Isn't that what Kanye West said? Uh, all the wrestlers that was in Lucha Underground is not gonna return. Yeah, most of them are either in AEW or in WWE. All right, yo. All right, yo. Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy. We going to the table. You said you want a table. Yeah, there we go. Let's make sure we take him out, yo. It's gonna have the same look as Raw and SmackDown. Gonna be cinematic look. Hopefully it's a good like run, but you gotta bring back the ring protagonist. Yo, that was a good match. I wonder if Rollins can still do that move, yo. Damn, yo, come on, Rollins, why you on the tax? Crazy, yo, they got the stadium right. That's how it literally looks like in person. Yo, I've been on here for like 2 hours and 30 minutes, so I think it's safe to say it was a solid stream. I don't know if I'm moving forward. I'm gonna start doing this every Friday. Just tonight, I just did not want to watch SmackDown. I even looked at the preview like earlier in the day. I'm like, do they have no matches announced? That pretty much told me how the show was gonna go. But I don't know if it's gonna be like a weekly thing yet. We'll see. I might still do SmackDown. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I would say this was a solid stream. W stream. And I'll be back Monday for Raw. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Thank you for hanging. And yeah, I'll see you guys Monday. Make sure to like and subscribe when you're new. And yeah. Peace out.